Welcome to our funnest event of the year, our Excellence in Education Awards ceremony. I'm Betty Jo Wessinger, Assistant Superintendent of Special Education and Director of SELPA, and I'm really happy that you are all here, especially as we try to figure out a new way to do this. So we have 3 pages of people participating in our Zoom, and I'm going to start by introducing our distinguished guests. And if I miss somebody, will you please let me know? So I would like to start with our superintendent, Dr. Kaligian. I would also like to introduce I know we have at least one board member here. David Reed, are you here?
I'm here. I can't figure out how to get my camera working though.
Okay. David Reed, one of our board members, is here. Thank you, David. And we also, there you are. Thank you. And we have several cabinet members here. Scott Meyer. We have Catherine Alleman.
Good evening.
We have several CAC members here. We have Elaine Lynn, Jen Wong, Shelley Seamus, and Lucinda Winwood.
Hi.
Thank you. So we have a video, a PowerPoint that shows the pictures of all of our nominees or our nominees who submitted photos. So we wanted to start by sharing that so that everybody can see who's here. We are live on YouTube, and I want to say we have so far 90 people watching on YouTube. So hello, everybody there on YouTube. And also, you can go on to the YouTube. You can't make comments, but you can go like, and you can go and share this video on social media. So please go do that so everybody can see us. Lily, you want to start that PowerPoint? Lilia, can you share the screen? Thank you, everybody. So I'm really happy that you all can be here to join us for this very special event. And I'm hoping that next year when we get together, we will be doing this in the same room. So this evening, you're going to hear very many heartwarming stories about how each one of our nominees impacted a student or the lives of many of their students. You are also going to hear more than once about educators who changed the life of a child or a parent. So hang on and welcome. We're going to start first with our administrators. So as I call your name, will you please turn on your video? Andy Evans? Andy? Okay, let's see. Are you on, Andy? There he is. Welcome back, Andy. We miss you. And you're getting some claps here. And now we have 117 people watching us on YouTube. So Andy.
Thanks, Rachel.
Good to see you. Mr. Evans' work with my children at Sutter Middle School was exemplary. He protected my son when he was bullied. He spent a lunch break speaking to my daughter's mother and I when we were making school choice decisions. He was an excellent partner with teachers and staff. More than that, I always knew that he would look out for my children. That is utterly priceless for a parent of a child with special needs. And that was written by parent Michael Kanotes, who nominated Andrew Evans, assistant principal at Sutter Middle School. Next is Bethany Honeycutt. Bethany, are you on video? So Bethany,
here it comes.
There you are. Okay. Bethany Honeycutt is a program specialist nominated by Mindy Andrus. Miss Honeycutt has an incredible work ethic and deeply cares for students, parents, teachers, staff, and the greater education community. She is very approachable and knowledgeable when it comes to all things special education. She supports PE and music teachers by providing them with tools to work with our special students. She has helped our new teachers by providing professional development, helping dozens of general education teachers understand the diverse needs of special education students and helping them to fit into their classroom and communities. Thank you, Bethany. And Jared Hayden, principal of Cordova High School, nominated by Kimberly Kelly. Also getting claps, and we're at 124 people watching us. Mr. Hayden is an excellent example of what a principal should be in every way. He puts his students and staff first. I have never had an administrator so quick to address concerns and offer his time to support and guide. When I discovered that my students required a touchscreen to effectively participate in the district curriculum, Jared made it his mission to make sure my students had the appropriate equipment to succeed. Mr. Hayden found funds and purchased my class iPads and protective cases. My students are now able to complete their monthly curriculum and assessments with more independence and accuracy. Thank you, Mr. Hayden. Next up, we have Joan Sornborger-Deal, Director of Special Education, nominated by Lisa Hall, Eileen Torquato, Jenna Bollet, Delara Sulcer, Sally Melton, Mary Martineau, and Valerie Mellish. So Ms. Sornborger-Deal cares deeply about every person who works for Folsom Cordova Unified School District. She is in charge of the speech language pathologists and has worked tirelessly to attract and retain SLPs for our district, including attending the California Speech Language Association for years to entice new SLPs to apply to our district. She is a calming force in a very challenging department. Her communication skills are excellent. Leading the SLPs for years has made our department stronger. Thank you, Joni. Next up is Joel Francisco. Joel is assistant principal at Cordova High School. Hi, Joel. Nominated by Kimberly Kelly. Mr. Francisco is a kind and supportive mentor. He helped me with my transition from teaching special education preschool to high school independent living skills class. He was always there when I needed any support with significant behaviors, emotional support, or professional guidance. Having an administrator that is open and kind allows me as a teacher to feel comfortable to ask questions and grow in my profession. I have never seen someone work so hard and still keep a smile on his face. Thank you, Mr. Francisco. Next up, we have Kim Triguero. Kim Triguero is a program specialist nominated by Melanie Facundo. Ms. Triguero juggles countless demands while ensuring the best practices provided. Ms. Triguero, one of the program specialists, is invested in making sure the supports and services provided to our students who are attending a variety of non-public schools throughout the region. She works to know the unique aspects of each school setting, and with her well-established relationships with each NPS team, secures slots for our students. She takes the extra effort to monitor and check in with families when children transition in and out of these settings. Thank you, Ms. Triguero. And Ms. Daniels is next. Ms. Terry Daniels, Folsom Middle School principal, was nominated by Diane Maldonado. Ms. Daniels has a complete understanding of our students with special needs and the IEP process. She is compassionate, organized, and an effective leader. Thank you, Ms. Daniels. I get the pleasure, I'm taking the pleasure of introducing the finalist in this category. And so I'm going to share a little bit more about this individual before I announce who this person is. So this person is more than a leader. This person is an extraordinary leader and also a sage. This person has more than knowledge about how to motivate and guide people. In classic philosophy, when someone is known as a sage, they are someone who has attained wisdom. This person's kindness, encouragement, and wisdom has helped me, one of this individual's nominees wrote this, has helped me and many other co-workers thrive. We've all been so fortunate to have this expertise to rely on. This person is highly respected and loved. This person has always listened to employees and has made us feel like we mattered and were important to student success. This person has been positive and has been there to provide answers and support whenever there has been a need. Supervision has always been a comfortable situation. This supervisor delivers constructive criticism very well and has always been professional and has a warm personality. This person has been a gift to FCUSD. This person cares deeply about every person who works for FCUSD. When I was diagnosed with a serious health issue, this person came early to my office and left beautiful flowers, along with an encouraging note to brighten my day and strengthen my spirit. The love, thoughtfulness, and human connection this person shares is the perfect example of what every human should aspire to. FCUSD has been so lucky to be graced by this person's shining light. This person has worked and dedicated herself to Folsom Cordova Unified School District for over 35 years. And for the past 7 years, she's been my right arm. Her shoes, and by the way, she has some amazing shoes, will be extremely difficult to fill. But I'm not the only person that feels this way, so just a few more comments that I want to share with you. I have had the pleasure of knowing Joan on a personal level for over 25 years, as well as working with her for the past 19 years. As an SLP in the district, Joan has been our administrator for at least the last 10 years. She is an advocate for SLPs, helping to ensure caseloads are manageable, as well as supporting SLPs in their professional growth. She has been instrumental in helping to attract several SLPs to the district in a time when many new grads are choosing to work for higher pay at other companies. Joni is the most supportive, encouraging, and understanding person to work for. Joan Sornborger is a fine human being. She is respectful towards all and has provided strong leadership in the special education department for many years. She is a calming force in a very challenging department. Her communication skills are excellent. Leading the SLPs for years has made our department stronger. She listens and her door is always open for any concerns that come up. I'm pleased to announce that our Director of Special Education, Joan Sornborger Deal, is the finalist in this category. Congratulations, Joni. and thank you. Thank you, Joni. And thank you for everything you've done for Folsom Cordova. It's been very fun. Next up, we have our student. And I would like to ask Kim Moore to introduce our student nominee, who is a student at Vista Del Lago and is also the finalist in this category. Kim.
Thank you, Betty Jo. This student has been active in special education activities since elementary school. She was a buddy helping students learn appropriate school manners. She volunteers at Top Soccer and Lakeside's Parent Respite Night, which provides a free night out for parents who have children with disabilities. At Vista, she participates in our Sunshine Club, which is an inclusion club on our campus, and she also participates in the Sweetheart Dance, which is a special ed dance at Vista, and she was a TA for Miss Sutami's special education class. She and her friends would always do students' hair and makeup for the dances, making the students feel special. She is fulfilling her passion by going to San Diego State University to receive her moderate severe teaching credential in special education. Watching her interact with students with special needs and her classmates, this student demonstrates the it factor that can't be taught. She has always been kind and patient while encouraging the special education students to do their best. We are so proud and grateful for the amazing contributions of Robin Foss. Yay, congratulations, Robin.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you.
Congratulations, Robin, and thank you for being here tonight, but really especially thank you for supporting inclusion for our students. We appreciate you very much.
Thank you.
So I need to go back to administrators, and my apologies. This is the second time tonight, Ms. Hutchinson. Ms. Hutchinson, nominated in this category. Ms. Hutchinson was nominated by Kat Vollmer. She's the principal. Ms. Hutchinson is the principal at Rancho Cordova Elementary School. She is the most supportive administrator I have ever had. When a student is having a behavior, Ms. Hutchinson comes running and gets in the trenches with teachers. She understands the struggles of all teachers and does everything in her power to give the students and staff the necessary support to have a good year. Using PBIS, she is creating a more caring, warm, and compassionate campus that emphasizes academics. In short, she is amazing and a total rock star. Thank you so much, Mrs. Hutchinson. Next up, we have our classified staff. So as I call your name, will you please turn on your video? Alex Clark. Alex Clark is an instructional aide at Cordova High School, nominated by Terry Baker. Mr. Alex Clark has worked in numerous roles as an aide in special education, Mod Severe at Cordova High School. He is in such demand that teachers compete for him as openings arise. He has proven himself to be outstanding in his abilities in working with the student population. His positive approach, logical and pragmatic insight, and consistent adherence to behavior and educational goals is amazing. He maintains a level of calm and peaceful demeanor, which aids in diffusing volatile situations with such students. Thank you so much, Alex.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Barbara Gonzalez. Barbara Gonzalez is an instructional assistant at Cordova Lane Center, and she was nominated by Kimberly Kelly. Miss Gonzalez is an incredibly hardworking instructional assistant. She often comes in early, works through her lunch, and takes projects home to complete. She loves her students and they love her right back. Miss Gonzalez makes being a special education teacher much easier due to her constant support with behaviors, projects, and lessons. She is also very talented and sewed beautiful aprons for many teachers and assistants at Cordova Lane with pockets to help serve our students more efficiently. She is simply amazing, and I am forever grateful to have the privilege of working with her. Thank you so much, Ms. Gonzalez. Next up, we have Damaris Claiborne. Damaris is an instructional assistant, hi Damaris, at Blanche Springs Elementary School, nominated by Robin Smay. Ms. Claiborne is always careful and methodical when working with students. She maintains an excellent balance of providing students needed support without being overbearing or robbing students of opportunities for self-determination and independence. She is supportive without making students feel conspicuous or creating any kind of disruption to the class while working with individual students or small groups. She is respectful of all students, and her genuine care and concern for each student is obvious and heartwarming. She is responsive to the needs of teachers as well, and quickly intuits the level of support and involvement needed in any situation. Thank you so much, Ms. Claiborne. Next up, we have Darian Wenner. Darian is an instructional assistant at Cordova High School, and he was nominated by parent Grace Seiler and also by Alex Clark. There he is. Hi, Darian. Thank you for being here. Mr. Wenner is an amazing IA. He has been working with my son for a couple of years now, and I have seen so much growth in him. Mr. Wenner cares for all of the kids in Mr. Baker's class and is honestly an outstanding guy. Mr. Wenner has distinguished himself as a dependable, hardworking, and highly motivated individual. He never waits to be asked to do anything, but consistently will solve issues with creative solutions before most realize there is an issue to be addressed. Thank you, Mr. Wenner. Elpidia D'Incheco is an instructional aide at Natoma Station Elementary School, nominated by Debbie Steele. Hi, Ms. Incheco, thank you for being here. I've had the pleasure of working with Ms. D'Incheco for several years. She is one of the most conscientious people I know. Every student she works with gets her full attention and care. She always has their best interest in mind. When she worked in my classroom with a full inclusion student, she would frequently ask if it was okay to do something with the student that maybe I had not considered. I appreciated the fact that she was comfortable coming to me with suggestions, modifications to better meet the needs of the student. She is very knowledgeable about ways to access the curriculum for the students, and I have learned so much from her. Thank you, Ms. D'Incheco. Next up, we have Gabriel Cardona. Gabriel is a bus attendant at Natoma Station Elementary School, nominated by Gabriel is a bus attendant riding with students to White Rock Elementary School, and he was nominated by Jessica Kahn. I am so grateful Mr. Gabe, as the students call him, strikes a wonderful balance of calm energy and reasonable expectations. He knows each student as an individual and holds them accountable in a kind manner. He does not take negative behaviors personally and always seeks to understand how he could do the job better. The students have learned to trust and respect him. The CEP students have a connection with him that he has developed through his dedication and work. Although the transition to and from school continues to be a challenge for most of the students, Mr. Gabe has made it so much better. Thank you, Mr. Gabe. Next up, we have Joanne Perez, who is an instructional aide at Cordova Villa Elementary School, nominated by Mayung Jin Kang. It has been such a great pleasure getting to know Ms. Perez. She is a person who loves special kids very much. She always gives me positive energy and loving hearts about special kids. She is bright, warm-hearted, and hardworking. She always shows enthusiasm for teaching and caring about kids. Thank you, Ms. Perez. Next up is Lisa Bacchini, and Lisa Bacchini, there she is. Hello, Ms. Bacchini, is an instructional aide at Natoma Station Elementary School, nominated by Lisa Palmer. Ms. Bacchini is a fabulous special education IA. She goes above and beyond the duties of an instructional aide. Some of the children she works with have communication problems or can only understand sign language. Ms. Bacchini is fluent in sign language and will sing and promote communication by signing. I said sing, but sign, huh? You'll sign and promote communication by
I'll sing too.
Lisa brings creativity to the classroom. She is always working with each student to promote growth and wellness. The children feel safe and are more likely to be open to learning with Miss Bacchini in the classroom. Thank you, Miss Bacchini. Next up, we have Lucy Lopez. And Lucy Lopez is an instructional aide at Cordova High School, nominated by Terry Baker. Miss Lopez has worked with me as an IA in a mod severe classroom for 3 years. I have found her to be hardworking, resourceful, insightful, dedicated, creative, and super organized. She, in short, has been my right arm, inspiration, and co-worker in a classroom setting which is demanding and requires high energy and quick thinking. I am made to appear much better at my job due to Lucy's input and solid ideas and methodology. She is dependable, ethical, positive, loving, compassionate, and unyielding in her commitment to these precious deserving students in our charge. Thank you, Miss Lopez. Next up, we have Paula Davis. We have so many amazing instructional aides in our district, as you are hearing. Paula Davis is an instructional aide at Vista del Lago High School, and she was nominated by Tracy Suter. Miss Davis has been an instructional aide with me in Integrated Math Foundations for 3 years. She is upbeat, supportive, and incredibly patient with all of our students. She cares about the entire student's well-being in and out of class. For many of our students, they have reached a state where math is acting against their self-esteem, and turning around that self-perception is often step one in helping them find success in math again. I consider Miss Davis my partner teacher in the classroom, and I am more effective when she is there to assist kids with life and math. Thank you, Miss Davis. Next up, we have Sarah Mayberry. Sarah Mayberry, there she is. Hi, Sarah. Thank you for being here. Miss Mayberry is an instructional aide at Navigator Elementary School. She has a passion and a gift for teaching. She has great patience, understanding, and knowledge, along with a great span of experience working with special needs children. Miss Mayberry makes learning important but fun in the process. Her love for children and being able to teach her students a skill they will master and carry out through their life is an incredible feeling. Thank you, Miss Mayberry. Miss Basham has amazing calm presence in my class. She can relate to every student and has a way of helping them understand in high pressure situations. She is calm and gets down to the student's level. Miss Basham is one of those aides who is willing to go into any teacher's room at any time to help out. She is the first one to volunteer when help is needed in another room, and she is always willing to jump in and lend a hand. She is such a needed aide on our campus. Thank you, Miss Basham. And at this time, I would like to ask Joel Francisco, Assistant Principal at Cordova High School, to announce the finalists in this category. Mr. Francisco?
Hello again. Thank you very much, Betty Jo. I am very proud to present to you the finalists for this year's Excellence in Special Education for the Classified Staff category. And this person was nominated by a teacher, a parent, and his fellow instructional assistant. And so let me tell you what they say about this person. This instructional assistant is an amazing person who has worked with my son for a couple of years now. And I have seen how much my son has grown during those years. This IA has discovered and used different strategies to help my son with his social and vision issues. I have seen how this IA cares for my son, and the degree of respect afforded to him is really amazing. I can't thank this person enough for all the hard work and support for my child, and this IA truly deserves to be recognized for his excellence. For 3 consecutive years, this person has served as an excellent instructional assistant, distinguishing himself as a dependable, hardworking, and highly motivated individual. He functions as a skia or one-on-one with a wonderful student who requires constant and continuous oversight and interaction. He displays obvious genuine compassion and care, and I have never observed him to be stressed or short-tempered even when the circumstances might wear on most. His impact and progress with a student has astonished all who have been following the student through his development throughout the years. The impact he has made upon the student, the other staff, and upon me is immeasurable in value. I honor this young man and esteem him most highly for his dedication and commitment to excellence. He is a new father, young in years, and has to maintain a second job. Yet, his energy and positivity is infectious and contributes to all adult staff performing at a higher level, including myself. This young man has earned my great respect and highest esteem, for he has proved himself to be in a setting that tends to separate the men from the boys. And so here's what I can say about this person. I have worked with this young man for only 2 consecutive years, but I have known him for a long time, since he was a 7th grader at Mills Middle School. And knowing his commitment to excellence, he has been an inspiration to all teachers, IAs, other adults, and students. His outstanding work ethic and dedication, coupled with a genuine interest and empathy for all students, makes him an outstanding instructional assistant. Nominated by Mrs. Grace Saylor, Mr. Alex Clark, and Mr. Terry Baker, please join me in congratulating our finalists for excellence in special education for the classified staff category. A true Lancer pride from Cordova High School, Mr. Darian Wenner.
Thank you so much, Joel, and everybody else. Thank you.
Congratulations and thank you, Mr. Weiner, for supporting our students. Before we go on to the next category, I just want to say we actually have 144 people watching on YouTube, and we have 56 participants here in our Zoom room. And that's really exciting because last year, this is our 6th year to have this event. And last year we had 160 participants in our boardroom. And we were thinking that as we came into the event this year that we're going to have to look for a larger space. So I wasn't sure what it was going to look like tonight with us having to do this new format, but we have well over 200 people participating in this event. So we're going to get together in the same room next year. We're going to have to look for a new venue. So congratulations, everybody. And thank you so much for participating. On YouTube, if you hit like or if you share on social media, I would really appreciate that because I really just want to promote our outstanding staff that we have and celebrate them tonight and make sure that everybody knows about the great work they're doing. So thank you. So next up is general education teachers. And as I call your name, please turn on your video. First, we have Celeste Jones. And Celeste is an instructional aide at Rancho Cordova Elementary School. There she is. Thank you. Nominated by Kat Vollmer. Ms. Jones welcomes my students into our class with open arms. She treats special needs students like her own students and works hard to make them feel included and part of the class. If a problem arises, Mrs. Jones is quick to ask for input, solutions, and take the advice given, using it in her classroom. Mrs. Jones really tries to work with all students, but especially special needs students, to make sure the best possible experience happens. Thank you, Mrs. Jones. Next up, we have Kelly Wesky at Goldridge Elementary School, and Miss Wesky was nominated by Julie Ennis. Mrs. Wesky is an amazing teacher who always goes above and beyond to meet the needs of every student in her classroom. There she is. Hi, Miss Wesky. She has an extremely positive outlook, encourages mindfulness, and works hard to cultivate a safe environment where students can feel comfortable being themselves no matter what. We couldn't ask for a more supportive teacher, and we are so grateful for the beautifully positive impact Mrs. Wesky's had on our sons. Thank you, Miss Wesky. Next up, we have Mary Three Moons Raggi at Cordova Lane Preschool. Hi, Miss Three Moons Raggi. Thank you for being here. Miss Raggi was nominated by JD Davis, Ms. Three Moons Raggi is a state federal preschool teacher at Cordova Lane, and my students get the awesome opportunity to mainstream into her classroom every day. We have a 1/2 hour recess and an hour inside Ms. Raggi's classroom. Ms. Three Moons Raggi is warm and inviting and is always encouraging us to work together. If my students need accommodations or modifications, she is willing to make changes to her environment or routine. She ensures that my students feel they are a part of her classroom by inviting us to special events and providing activities my students will enjoy. My students enjoy participating in Ms. Three Moons Raggi's classroom and express disappointment if we are unable to attend that day. Thank you so much, Ms. Three Moons Raggi. Next up, we have Michelle Mays. Michelle Mays is a teacher at Navigator Elementary School, and she was nominated. There she is. Hi, Ms. Mays. She was nominated by parent Stacy Boydell. We have been overjoyed and are thoroughly grateful for how our daughter has been welcomed to Navigator. This is due to a host of people at the school and throughout the district, but the person who has made the most difference is Ms. Mays. From day one, she has made our daughter feel that she belongs in a general education classroom, and she treats her like she treats all of her students, with love and true care for their development. Thank you so much, Ms. Mays. And next up, we have Nancy Lee at Sutter Middle School. Hi, Ms. Lee. Thank you for being here. Ms. Lee was nominated by Jenna Trejo, and she has taught our 8th grade inclusion classes at Sutter Middle School for the last 5 years. She has actively provided feedback and suggestions on how to make inclusion work for all students, general education and special education students alike. She provides copies of notes, graphic organizers, warm-up sheets, and is always on top of every and any accommodation that is needed or should be provided. She learns who each and every one of her students is and commits herself to providing the very best education for each individual. Thank you so much, Ms. Lee. I would like to ask Larry Mahoney, principal at Navigator Elementary School, to announce the finalists in this category.
Hello, good evening, everybody. I'm proud to have the opportunity to announce the finalists in the Excellence in Special Education for the category of General Education Teacher. This teacher is everything you want in a teacher. She cares deeply for all of our students and is constantly looking for ways to meet the needs of our students. We're fortunate to have this teacher at our school, and I'm proud to announce the finalist in General Education Teacher category is Michelle Mays of Navigator Elementary School. Congratulations. Great job, Michelle.
Congratulations, Ms. Mays, and thanks for everything that you do to support our students.
Well, thank you so much. I'm so honored. Thank you, Boydell family, and all my Navigator family and colleagues and students.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, next up, we have related service providers. So related service providers, as I call your name, please turn on your video. Dana R.C., speech language pathologist at Blanche Sprintz Elementary School, nominated by Robin Smay. And Miss R.C. is here. There she is. Miss R.C. is fastidious with assessments and IEP meetings and can always be counted on to be a step ahead. She is highly expert and works carefully with parents and families to help them understand reports and student needs. Thank you, Miss R.C. Next up, we have Dawn Green. Dawn Green. I know you're here. There, Dawn, are you here? I know I saw Miss Green earlier.
Hey, well, let me turn it on, but I'm here.
Oh, okay. Oh, good. Okay, I see you now. Miss Green is a very skilled mental health specialist who helps students daily. She has great compassion for all students. She is collaborative and works tirelessly to ensure student needs are met. She is a member of the PBIS team and stresses and models the importance of caring for one's own mental health. She shares her smiles, humor, and positive attitude, making Vista del Lago a great place to work. And Dawn Green is at Vista del Lago, and she was nominated by Amber Heischlinger. Thank you, Ms. Green. Next up, we have Jana Record. And Jana Record, also a mental health specialist, is at Folsom Middle School, and she was nominated by Diane Maldonado. And there is Miss Record. Hi, thank you, Jana, for being here. Miss Record is the best. She is organized, patient, compassionate, knowledgeable, effective, and a blessing to our Folsom Middle School and to our students. Thank you so much, Miss Record. And next up, we have Miss Passerino. Miss Passerino, she's a physical therapist at Cordova Villa. That's where the nomination came from, but she's at many other schools, like most of our related service staff. Was nominated by parent Jasmine Vora. And this parent says, Karen has done an awesome job working with my son's physical therapy goals year over year. Thanks to Karen, my son is now independently walking. I cannot thank her enough for this service she has provided to my son over my lifetime. She actually helped remove one of my son's disabilities, and so our family will forever be indebted to her. Awesome job and a very noble professional indeed. Thank you, Ms. Passerino. Next up, we have Kristen Ross. And Kristen Ross, there she is. Hi, Kristen. She's a speech language pathologist at Russell Ranch Elementary School, nominated by Jillian, a parent. Miss Ross has changed my child's life. Her speech is clear, my child is confident, and she doesn't stop talking. Thank you, Miss Ross. Next up, we have Maura Griffith, and Maura is a speech language pathologist at Riverview Elementary School, nominated by Lori Powell. Hi, Miss Griffith. Thank you for being here. Miss Griffith is assigned to our school for a very limited amount of time, but she has gone above and beyond to become a part of our school culture. She has an exceptional rapport with our families. Her communication is timely, open, and friendly. Our families believe she cares about their children and feel comfortable reaching out to her. She is extremely flexible with scheduling meetings, even on the day she isn't assigned to be here, and she is always positive and friendly with our students and demonstrates joy and passion for her job. Thank you so much, Mrs. Griffith. And I would like to ask Robin Smay, principal at Blanche Prince Elementary School, to announce the finalist in this category. Miss Smay, thank you.
I'm proud to have the opportunity to recognize this provider who's been indispensable to our students in the school this year. This employee is a model SLP. She's careful and detailed with assessments and IEP meetings and can always be counted on to be a step ahead. Her planning is impeccable. She is highly expert in her field and works carefully with parents and families to help them understand reports and student needs. She takes very complicated information and breaks it down so it is digestible to families and to teams at challenging meetings. She is not afraid to take on extra work if she feels it will be valuable to a student. She has a very high caseload at our school, and so she has to be highly organized and efficient at all times to be sure students are getting what they need. She has high integrity and doesn't cut corners regardless of the breadth of her responsibilities. She carefully provides targeted individual and group services to our students who show great progress when working with her. This provider will never give up on a student. She is careful to give students what they need in a way that is engaging, entertaining, rigorous, and supportive while considering student independence, generalization of skills, and serving students in the least restrictive manner possible. She is also deeply knowledgeable about special education procedures and requirements and follows the rules conscientiously. Dana is a gem. So I'd like to remind Dana Arce as the finalist in the area of related service provider. Thank you so much, Dana.
Thank you so much, Miss Arce. And I hate to admit I did it again. I left off a general education teacher. So next time I need to have somebody else write my script for me or proofread it. My apologies. Miss Megan McCall. Miss Megan McCall is a general education teacher at Vista Del Lago High School. And I know that she was here. There she is. I'm so sorry. We're really glad you're here. Thank you for being here. So Miss McCall was nominated by Amber Heischlinger, and Miss McCall welcomes all students into her dance room. I have seen her give students a powerful voice through their dance and song choice to convey their feelings of personal emotions and struggles. Many of her students have never stepped foot in a dance studio, let alone performed in a dance show in front of an audience. Yet through her teaching and encouragement, Miss McCall helps bring out each student's confidence and ability. With all the pressures of being a high school student today, Miss McCall gives her students a voice and an outlet to manage their stressors. My daughter has participated in Miss M's classes and dance shows. With each class, I've seen my daughter's confidence grow in her abilities. She and many of her special education classmates have performed in class dance performances, small group dances, and solos. Before every performance, Miss McCall talks about the dance style of Bob Fosse and how he used his non-dancer body structure to create a new dance style that is taught in every dance studio today. And that was Jen Wong, a parent, also who nominated Miss McCall. Thank you, Miss McCall, so much. We have our last category for this evening, and that is our special education teachers. So I would like to start with Amber Heischlinger. There she is. Miss Heischlinger is a teacher at Vista Del Lago High School. She was nominated by Cynthia Roberts. Miss Heischlinger goes above and beyond with all of the students she comes into contact with. She cares about the kids deeply and does whatever she can to support them and find resources to help. She has a warm and loving demeanor and classroom, and lots of kids show up on her doorstep for that comfort and connection. She is also really good about reaching out to other staff for helpful info about the kids. A recent example of her going above and beyond would be the collection she started for a student who became homeless and she found her somewhere to live. She rocks every day. Thank you, Miss Heischlinger. Next up is Brendan Hillier, and Brendan is a special education teacher at Folsom High School. Hi, Mr. Hillier. Thank you for being here. Nominated by Melanie Facundo, Mr. Hillier is a superstar. He supports one of the most diverse and amazing groups of students at the high school. His room is set up in a way to encourage learning while maintaining dignity and respect for all learners. He takes his students into the community and focuses his efforts on developing their skills so they can become as independent as possible. He holds high standards for his students and the staff who work with him. He invests in his students. When I approached him with an out-of-the-box idea to provide an opportunity to a student in his class, he worked with the family and the basketball team to make it come together. Thank you, Mr. Hillier. Next up, we have Caitlin Dunn. And Caitlin is a teacher at Russell Ranch Elementary School, and she was nominated by parent Lauren Swain. Thank you, Ms. Dunn, for being here. Ms. Dunn is an example of what every parent would like a teacher, special education or typical, to be for their child. My daughter's attitude about school has changed completely since having Ms. Dunn as her teacher. My daughter trusts her and wants to engage now. Ms. Dunn has also thought of out-of-the-box ideas to help combat specific issues we have at school and at our home. She went out of her way to help with a behavior system that has greatly helped my daughter. She knows every child is different and caters to their specific needs. Thank you, Ms. Dunn. Next up, we have Daniela Castaldo. Daniela Castaldo is a special education teacher at Gold Ridge Elementary School, and there she is. Thank you for being here, Ms. Castaldo. Miss Castaldo was nominated by parent Brooks Haslam. Ms. Castaldo is an absolutely amazing educator. She truly puts the I for individual in IEP by creating unique strategies for her students based on the specific behavioral or educational challenges they are facing. We are extremely grateful for her work and partnership in helping our child succeed. Thank you, Ms. Castaldo. Next up, we have Jody Rue. And Jody is a preschool special education teacher at Natoma Station Elementary School. And there she is. Hi, Miss Rue. She was nominated by Leslie Palmer. Miss Rue is a very caring and compassionate special education teacher. She works alongside each of her students, treating them with dignity and respect. She creates a sense of value within the classroom so that all children have the maximum chances of gaining success. She is well organized and has patience no matter how long it takes a child to complete a task. Some children find it difficult to express their feelings, especially if they have communication problems. Ms. Rue is able to calm her students so children feel safe and are more likely to be open to learning. She goes above and beyond by actively participating in special education community events. Thank you, Ms. Rue. Kelly Goodwin is next, and Kelly Goodwin is a preschool teacher at Cordova Lane Preschool, nominated by Tiffany Cabrera. Hi, and she's here. Hi, Miss Goodwin. Thank you for being here. Miss Goodwin is a phenomenal special education teacher. This school year has been a challenge in terms of numbers of students in her classroom, as well as staffing changes and behaviors of students in her class. Yet Miss Goodwin takes on each challenge that she is faced with a smile and a plan. She is highly organized and a talented teacher who strives to do what is best for each individual child. She is such an amazing teacher. I wish there was an entire day just to celebrate her. She has my deepest respect, and I am very proud of the teacher she is and lucky to have her at Cordova Lane Center. I know that she will find a way to help each individual child grow. Thank you, Miss Goodwin. And next up, we have Kevin Sampson. And Kevin Sampson is a teacher in the CEP class at Mills Middle School, and he was nominated by Aya Handler. Mr. Sampson is one of 2 teachers in our CEP program. He runs his classroom with so much care and organization. In his room, you will find a well-displayed level system that all students are invested in. Mr. Sampson provides incentives and keeps regular communication about expectations with all students and their parents. Mr. Sampson always has a positive attitude and cares greatly for his students. Thank you, Mr. Sampson. Next up, we have Caitlin Dunn. And Caitlin Dunn, oh, I did Caitlin. We have Kim Easter. And Kim Easter is at Williamson Elementary School, and she was nominated by Angie Carla Magno and Melanie Facundo. Hi, Miss Easter. Thank you for being here. Miss Easter has an exceptionally well-run program where students are thriving. Miss Easter is one of the most talented and gifted special education teachers I've had the pleasure of working with. She has the ability to fold into any school setting and provide the needed support that moves children forward in their academic endeavors, behavioral development, and social skill development. She welcomes every student and is clear and kind with expectations. She has an exceptionally well-run program where students are thriving. Thank you, Miss Easter. Next up, we have Madison Lee. Madison works at Folsom Middle School, and she was nominated by Heidi Stagg. Hi, Miss Lee. Thank you for being here. Miss Lee is a phenomenal teacher. She brings so much joy into her classroom and onto our campus. She is highly admired and respected by all. Her commitment to supporting her students never ceases to amaze me. If you were to come on campus, you'd see Madison tend to her students with love and devotion. She just gets it. She knows what her students need, and her smiling face and warm personality add to her endless list of awesomeness. Thank you, Miss Lee. Next up, we have Pamela Ludlow. And Pamela Ludlow is a special education teacher at Folsom Middle School, nominated by Diane Maldonado. And there she is. She's here. Hi, Miss Ludlow. Thank you for being here. And she had a change. So Miss Ludlow took over our intensive self-contained class after being a mild moderate teacher. Miss Ludlow has done an amazing job with this class. She is not only organized, structured, compassionate, and knowledgeable, she is also Folsom Middle School's activities director. She is doing an amazing job, and Folsom Middle School is blessed to have her. Thank you, Miss Ludlow. Next up, we have Patty Braun. And Patty Braun, there she is. Hi, Miss Braun, is at Empire Oaks Elementary School, nominated by parents Ray and Clark Witten. We have 2 boys, second and fourth grade at Empire Oaks Elementary. Both boys have been in the special education program with Miss Braun since first grade, respectively. Miss Braun has been our rock in the system. She's kind and supportive of our boys and is one of the reasons they are succeeding in school despite their individual challenges. We feel blessed to have her helping our boys and want to acknowledge her for understanding or for her outstanding commitment to excellence in special education. Thank you, Miss Braun. And we have Yvonne Thornton. Yvonne Thornton, there she is. Hi, Miss Thornton. Thank you for being here. Miss Thornton is a teacher at Cordova High School nominated by Kevin Smith. So, according to Mr. Smith, Yvonne does a bunch of cool stuff, and three things in particular stand out to him. One, she's a very dedicated case manager. Yvonne was on top of communicating information about a student to his general education teachers. Two, she seems to be a great teacher. I walk past her class often, and she is remarkably engaging. She teaches math even. And three, she co-leads her site's PBIS team, and she is enthusiastic about it, obsessive even. She is, to the average of staff morale, what Bill Gates is to the average net worth of Seattle residents, an outlier dragging the average way up. Thank you, Miss Thornton. I would like to ask Miss Jacqueline Wise, our early childhood coordinator, to announce the finalist in this category. Hi, Miss Wise.
Hi, Betty Jo. Thank you so much. I'm very proud to present the finalists in the Special Education Teacher Award for this year. She's an advocate for our children, and she never hesitates to speak up when needed. Most of her children are nonverbal, but their faces light up whenever they see her. It's amazing to see their growth from the beginning of the year to the last day of school in May. She touches lives each day to help ensure her children's success, to be able to advance them to the next level. If you see her interactions with children, you notice her positive spirit, and you see the relationships continue to grow as she nurtures and guides instruction each and every day. Not everyone can do what this teacher does, but her energy, her enthusiasm, and her commitment are unwavering. The kids and the parents love her, and we do too. Congratulations to Kelly Goodwin, pre-K teacher at Cordova Lane Center. A phenomenal woman she is.
Thank you, Miss Goodwin. Congratulations. And congratulations to everybody tonight. Thank you, all of you, for all that you do to support our students and make a difference in their lives. And I would like to let you know that each one of you, all of our participants tonight, will receive a certificate and plaque. And normally we get to hand those out, but we will be mailing those to you. And so before we leave, I would just like to give a special thanks to some people that really are helpful for me with the technology and help to make this possible. And first of all, I want to thank Samuel, because he's the one that helped us get onto YouTube. And I would like to thank, from our office, Lilia, Alicia, Megan, and Hunt, who helped run the Zoom and keep us safe. So thank you all for your help and support. This concludes our program tonight. I would like to thank all of you on YouTube and in the Zoom room for joining us to celebrate these outstanding educators. We wish you all health and happiness, and thank you so very much for being here. Good night.